Well, hello everyone. I'm joining you from the bike on the trail. I've just come out here to the Ojibwe Prairie Nature Reserve, and I'm going to talk to you about what I keep in my bags while I'm out on an extended tour. So let's find a good spot to do this, and I'll show you what I got in these old bags. All right, starting on the front of the bike here, guys, as you can see, I'm not going to take anything out of this particular bag here because it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to take on and off the rack. Not really, but I just don't want to get into it. Besides, what's in here is pretty basic. Inside this Revelate Designs bag, I have my tent, the ground sheet, and I also have my raincoat as well. I'll put up a picture of my setup with the tent and all that. And of course, these are my poles. The reason I don't want to take them off as well as these Titan straps are starting to fail. I don't know if you'll be able to see that right there, but starting to tear. They really degenerate in the sun. They say that Titan company, the company that makes them, will tell you they don't, but they really do. So as I said, it's a Revelate Designs bag. It's a company that specifically makes bags for bike packing. It's the only bag I have by them, but it is a really good bag. It shows no signs of failing. It's been on this bike for a lot of trips and a lot of adventures. It is a 12-liter volume. It's made out of completely ripstop, waterproof fabric, all that stuff. So very good bag. Definitely would be interested in trying out some of their other products in the future for sure when it's necessary to change bags. But yeah, that's about all I'm going to say about this. Sometimes I'll put other things in here. It'll be a little longer as I maybe sometimes stuff a shirt or a vest or something in here during the day. But for now, it's like I said, tent, ground sheet, rain jacket in here. So very good bag though. I like the fact that it's a roll closure on both ends. So you can access each end. If you want to stuff something in there and you don't want to take everything out, you can just open the one end. So really, really, really good bag. Highly recommend it. Again, I'm not going to get through all the prices. I do remember it was quite affordable though. So moving forward on the cockpit, I have these two Agua, or Agu, I believe they're called, AGU. Let's see if we can get the company logo on there. That's their logo right there. AGU, I believe a company out in Netherlands. These are called their snack packs, but I'm going to be using them for water, as I'll have snacks in that in my frame bag. And I can also use these as I need them too. So again, very affordable. Seem pretty durable so far. I do have another one snack pack like this from a company called Ovea Negra. I do like it a lot better, to be honest with you, in some ways. It holds the Nalgene bottles where I can, with these I can't get the Nalgene bottle back in while I'm riding. I'd have to stop or ride no hands if I can to get it back in because it's a tight fit. With the Ovea Negra, I'm able to take it in and out, but I really did like the way this fit on the bike better. So really good products. I've only used them so far this year, but so far no issues whatsoever. They look like they're well made, double stitched in all the places you need them to be and all that stuff. So definitely recommend having some type of bag like these on the handlebars, whether you use them both for water or one for a snack pack, phone, anything like that. Mosquito repellent, which I forgot and I'm getting eaten alive. So yeah, that's kind of the cockpit bags, the handlebar bag up here with the tent and all that. So now let's move on to the two front panniers, the Ortliebs. And yeah, let's talk about that. All right, let's just start with this one because why not? I'm not even sure which ones I put on each side and what each has in it. But let's check it out. So like I said, this is the Ortlieb waterproof bags. This is called the Sport Packer Classic, I do believe. Comes in at 15 liters each, so 30 liters between the two. Great bags, different than my back ones, as you will see, as these are a lid closure instead of the roll down version like the back ones. Great bags. I really like this version a lot. I think when it comes time to get new ones for the back, I will look towards getting the larger size in these as well. But in here, this is going to be my food. Pretty much going to be evolving with this. Right now, I've got some wet wipes in here. this empty dry bag, 3 liters, will be for my food as I get it. You know, if I get anything in the store, a lot of times if it's in the refrigerator or frozen section, it will get everything all wet inside the bag. So that's in there for now. Just something I'm going to be taking from home. This box of hash browns, you just add water, let it soak, and then drop it in the frying pan. So not something I will carry on a regular basis, but that's in there now. Toiletries, there will be other stuff added to this, but obviously I'm still going to need it at home until I leave, but I just wanted to have something to remind me. Toiletries will go in here as well. And then also in here, I'm just going to have like different snacks and stuff like that. Salt, peppers, different things like that, dried soup goods. And then I also have a big bag of electrolytes, just different energy shots, Cliff gels, and then just different stuff like that for on the bike during the day. This is going to be essential. In here, I also have my frying pan, Jetboil frying pan. I do have some reviews on this. I'm not going to open up and take every single thing out because it would just take too long to do this, but really good frying pan. Many of you are going to probably want to mention that it's overpriced and you can get other ones, and I realize that, but this is what I got and it works really well and I've never had any issues with it. Will I get it again if I need to buy another one? No, maybe I'll try something different. Maybe I'll see if I can get something a little more affordable. I think it was about 60 bucks, which is pretty expensive for a frying pan that size, I will admit. And then also in here, I'm going to be carrying a different coffee cup this year. The one that nestles in the French press just is a plastic one, and I hate drinking coffee out of it, so I got this Camelback, and I'll be using this going forward. And then just a couple other little items in here that I carry with me, cutting board, and then in here I also, so I always know where it is, I keep a fork and my spork and spoon for my coffee and all that. So yeah, so that is what's in one of the front Pannier bags, Ortlieb Sport Packer Classic. All right, moving on to the next bag here. Same bags, Ortlieb 15 liter Sport Packer Classic. And in here I do have some interesting items for sure. This is kind of, these two front bags are kind of the kitchen bags, I guess you could say. Right off the bat, I just have this bunch of cords that I like to use. They're the kind that are easy to wrap around stuff. Instead of tying knots on everything, you just have these kind of bungee, very easy to use cordage that I like to use for the tarp and different things like that, attaching things to the bike, but very handy to use for sure. Not expensive at all. I already got some on different bags on the bike right now. First aid kit, you know what's in a first aid kit, I hope. Little repair kit for air mattresses, tent, whatever. Fuel. Preferably would prefer to use a Jetboil fuel or something like that. That's an isobutane propane mix. It just burns better, especially in colder weather, and burns better when you're it's easier to get things on a simmer with the mixed fuel, but this is all they carry at Canadian Tire, which is kind of the only place that sells camp fuel in Windsor. So French press for coffee, very important. This is a GSI Outdoors. It does come in a bigger version, which I wish I would have got and should still probably get going forward, but works really well, makes good coffee, so that's all I can ask for. Pot, and inside this pot is another canister of fuel. So this is a Solo Stove stainless steel pot. Works really well. Could be a bit bigger, but it's really just me, so I can get all my soups done in there and stuff like that. So works well, small size, also makes it very compact. Also in here is the Jetboil Minimo stove. Works excellent, have no issues with it. The only thing that ever happened is this bottom part, which can double as a cup, cracked, so I can't use it to hold any liquid or anything like that. And by my own accident, I didn't put the pot stand on it and put it on top, and it kind of melted the plastic a bit, but I noticed in time, so no big deal. But another expensive piece of equipment, guys, but honestly, I really like it a lot. When I go to get another stove, I'm 100% getting another Jetboil. I might just get the size up from this though, just so I can boil a little more water and use it for all around, not just coffee, but excellent product. And in here, I also have some cordage. This is all a bag of paracord. So if I ever need to get the tarp put up and the trees are far apart, I can just get the paracord out and do that. So that's pretty much it that's in here. I don't really keep a lot, and there's a inner pocket in these bags, but to be honest with you, when you have a lot of stuff in it, you can't really use that for anything else but flat things. Like in the other one, I had the cutting board and that in it. So maps, stuff like that, you could stick back here, but once you start loading it up, anything you put bulky in here obviously takes up room from inside the actual holding area. So yeah, that's what's in the two front bags, basically my kitchen. I should mention that with the other bag, the food bag, there's obviously going to be more food in it when I'm setting out on the road. I'm either leaving Thursday or Friday, weather depending, and I'll head to the grocery store the night before and grab whatever I'm going to eat for that night and the next day. I'm going on this trip I'm going to be on, I'm going to be able to get food on a daily basis, so I don't need to necessarily stock up for days on end. But I'll try to grab dinner and then probably breakfast and lunch, and then kind of accommodate after that. But yeah, that's what's in the front two pannier bags. All right, I guess next, the logical progression is to talk about the frame bag. Frame bags, I think, are better and best used to keep a lot of the heavy stuff that maybe you're not going to use a lot on a regular basis, such as tools, saws. Like for me, I'm going to be carrying around a bunch of different things. So let's just get into it. I'll pull out. This is basically what I'm going to keep in here. And then I'll keep snacks and stuff in here throughout the day as well. But let's start with the top compartment, which is the main one. And in here, I have a pump. This is a Bontrager mini charger, it's called. Excellent pump, works really well. Just going to put stuff up on the handlebars as I pull it out. Electrolytes from last ride. Actually, I'll just throw it on the ground. Tent pegs. They're just not as easy to keep in the bag, so I just like to keep them out so I know they're handy. Most people do too, keep them out of the bag and put them somewhere separately. That's my experience of what I've noticed anyways. Cliff gel. These are called Cliff shots, and they're a caffeine during ride energy drink, gel, sorry. And this is a, Mora knife, really good. Got it from a Canadian Outdoor Equipment. Excellent bushcraft knife, works really well. Just good to have a good knife handy. And then something I haven't used a lot for camping, but I have used around the yard for yard maintenance, is the Silky Saw Gomboy. Works really well, excellent saw. Not super expensive, and most people I know that I watch that do anything outdoors are usually using some type of silky saw. And that pretty much covers the main compartment. Like I said, there's still a lot of room for other stuff in the main compartment. I will be putting snacks and different things as I go forward in there, progression of that as the trip goes on. Sometimes I may need to stuff my phone in there real quick if I get caught in a downpour. So yeah, it'll definitely, there's room in there for that. So that's the main compartment of this bag. In the bottom one, and I'm not going to take everything out, guys, is my tools. So in here, I'm not even going to bother because it's a little bit of a pain. But in here, I have all my tools. Maybe one day I'll go over and do a video what's in my tools, but it's your basic stuff. Chain brakes, tire levers, CO2, bacon strips to plug anything if my sealant in my tires won't take care of it. And then just different things like that. Press the valve remover, patch kit, 10 mil wrench for the rack bolts that are on that, Park Tools pod, and then just a couple other odds and ends that are in there as well. So a couple rags to wipe the bike down, lubricant for the chain, and yeah, that's about it. Toothbrush and stuff like that to clean the chain as I go along, which is super important. So on the other side of the bag, on the other side of the bike here, on this side and this bag here, I will be keeping, and I'm trying to do this delicately, as you can see I'm holding the bike up with a stick right now, but in here right now I have my wallet, which I've talked about before, but a lot of times during the day I'm going to have a power bank in there, charging up different things as we go, cameras, phones, stuff like that. So yeah, that is the Blackburn Outpost bag. If you want any more thoughts on that, I do have a review up on that bag that I did just recently. It is just under 4 liters. It's about the same size as the Ortlieb one I was using. I just wanted a bag with separate compartments. The Ortlieb only had one. So yeah, that's the frame bag and everything that goes in it. And like I said, definitely, and you can do what you want with the bags. I'm just telling you what I do with them and what I have in them. There'll be other things evolving in the bags as I go, but mainly that's kind of the stuff I keep in this frame bag. So, all right, let's get into the meat of the bags, I guess you could say, the Ortlieb Back Roller Classics. These are the 20-liter version, so 20 liters each, 40 liters altogether. These bags have been across Canada 1.5 times. Sorry, halfway across. I got these on the second half of the cross Canada trip, finished it, and then I also rode from Windsor all the way out to Nova Scotia with them. So they've got their miles on them, many trips. I obviously just did the Niagara Tour not too long ago, 10 days altogether. So yeah, let's get into these bags. All right, so let's get into what's in here. I'm noticing that I'm using this new DJI mic, and I'm having some overheating issues with the camera. I'm not sure if it's to do with the mic or the new case and stuff like that, but definitely not crazy about that. So anyways, first thing I want to get into, and I'm not going to open, this is my external hard drive, and this is what I'm going to be transferring all the daily footage onto this hard drive. I was going to bring my laptop with me so I could put out videos as I went, but bringing the laptop adds a whole new level of stress to the trip. And truly, most people that do YouTube don't do videos while they're out touring. So I'm only going to be gone for about 5 to 7 weeks. So I will use what I can with the shorts and do things with my phone and go from there. But yeah, this is my external hard drive, 3 terabytes, and works really good. And then in here, I also have my jacket, and this is something that I'm going to bring with me now. I'm going to be visiting different people, and I may leave the jacket behind if I don't need it going forward, but it's always nice to have something warm in the morning and in the evenings. And it also acts as a little cushion for the external hard drive as well. This is my USB chargeable air mattress inflator and deflator. It is a flex tail, and it works really good. Highly recommend. This is an inflatable pillow. I do have a Thermarest pillow in the other bag, as you will see. This is a backup because I'm not too sure that the Thermarest is actually going to be the ticket going forward. So this is a Mech inflatable pillow. I think for anybody that doesn't have any... Sorry guys, something was climbing on me. I think for anybody that doesn't have any neck or back issues, this pillow would actually be dynamite, but I'm struggling to find something that works. I was bringing my pillow off my bed from home, but it just takes up way too much space. So yeah, that's that. Also in here, I have my Big Agnes Q-Core air mattress. Love it. I'm looking to get a 2-person tent going forward, the Big Agnes Blacktail Hotel 2. And I will get the same version of this in a double air mattress, though. Works really well. And then on the very bottom of the bag, I have my Wingman lightweight tarp. I'll put up a picture, you can see that. Works really good. Well-priced tarp as well. This one's 9x5 by 9x5, and it comes in 3 other larger versions, so works really good. So yeah, that's what's in the one rear pannier, and let's move on to the next one. All right, the last rear pannier bag, and this one's gonna have, as you will see, so right now in here, I just have one of my vests, and this will float between bags as I see fit. Lock. And then the aforementioned pillow. This is the Thermarest pillow. This is it packed down, actually. Like I said, I'm not sure that this is going to be the ticket. I've heard people saying that they had changed the way the pillow was made from the previous models, which was the go-to pillow for a lot of people. And I have a feeling that the fill in here is just going to break down really fast. Yeah, you can throw it in a dryer to refluff it, but I don't really carry a dryer around with me when I'm on the trail. So yeah, I'm not sure about this going forward, but we will see. Then also in here is my clothes bag, and this is in a compression bag. I forget the make. Oh yeah, sorry, Sea to Summit. Works really well. This is the... I can't remember what version it is. It's not a big one though as far as volume, but I have all my clothes in here except for the vest and the jacket and stuff like that. Merino wool pants. Again, these aren't in the bag because these are just things that I want to be able to get at if I need to at night or whatever. But yeah, really good merino wool pants. Solar panels, good. I haven't been using these last summer or the summer before. I just keep forgetting I have it. But I'm gonna try using this going forward, throw it on the bag during the day and charge up different things. It does work pretty good. This is I think this is a 14 watt version, but you can get definitely better solar panels than this. I think Big Blue Company makes some really good stuff. And then last but not least, well, not last, there's a couple other things, but this is my Climate Versa blanket. And it's basically a quilt. Some people call it a quilt, but it's a lightweight, good summer blanket that I can just lie on top of when it's too hot. I don't need to get under it. Works really well. And then last but not least, this is my grill, Packers Grill. Packers Grill, packable outdoor cooking grill. It's by Purcell Trench, a company out of Washington State. So works really good. I haven't used it a ton, I will admit, but it does work really well. So like I said, things will evolve a little bit as I go. Things will move around just for different reasons. But that's basically what I have in these rear panniers. All right, so let's just wrap this whole bag review up, or what's in my bag video up, with the final bag, and that's my trunk bag. And the reason I left that for last is I'm not gonna get into total detail with this because this is the video making bag, if you want to call it that. This is the electronics bag. All my GoPro stuff, all the recording stuff goes in here. So I have easy access to it. I know this bag is 100% waterproof and all that. So I'll open it up, let you see how it looks inside, but I'm not going to pull out all my recording gear here. So yeah, it's just a roll top closure like all the other bags, but there you can see, like I said, I'm not going to get into detail here, but that is everything. Drone, SD cards, power banks, more stuff underneath, another camera, all that stuff. So a lot of goodies in there. This is the Ortlieb trunk bag, RC, I believe it is. And this one is 12 or 14 liters. I'm not positive. Really good bag. I think when I switch to another bag, if I'm being honest, I'm going to move away from these ones that have attachment systems with them and move to one that just Velcros on. The reason being is just that there's a little too much movement in the bags with this mounting mechanism. So I am going to switch to a Velcro system next, I do believe. I'm not sure what bag it will be. There's plenty of good trunk bags out there, but I have really come to really like the trunk bag a lot. So it's definitely, trunk bags will be part of the system going forward. All right, so that's what's in my bags. If you have any questions or if you want to add anything, I would love to hear from you in the comments, guys. Commenting, hitting that like button, obviously subscribing, all really help the channel out more than you could imagine. It's really hard for small channels like mine to get pushed, promoted by YouTube. So all the little analytics really come into play here. So if you could hit that like button, throw me a comment, and by all means, please subscribe if you haven't. I'd really appreciate it. But I'm going to be hitting the road soon. No real set route. I know I'm heading up to meet my friend Jaque in Quebec. We're going to do something. But on the way there, how I get there, that's yet to be determined. I've got the first day picked out. Spot that I'm going to head to just outside of Chatham, Ontario. But after that, I'm going to kind of wing it, heading up and around. I'm not going to go through Toronto this time, but let's not get into route details because I don't know exactly what they will be. But I am heading out on the road right now, guys, because my mental health absolutely needs it. I've had a real rough couple months. Haven't been out on a tour since the Niagara Tour, which is now coming up over a month, I think, or right around a month. So definitely need to get out and do something. I'm not doing great at all. So if anybody would like to help support the channel as I head out here on the road, please check out my Patreon. I'm going to be trying to do more with it. It's going to be a little harder now that I'm out on the road. I'm not bringing my laptop, so I'll see what I can do. But going forward, probably one of the better ways you can help support is the Buy Me a Coffee. It's a one-time deal, no long-term commitment, but I don't really have the money to get out on the road like a lot of people might think I do. So if you want to help support the channel, I'd really appreciate it. But anyways, let's wrap this up here. I hope you guys are all getting out there and doing something you love, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.